Good evening or good morning, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this week's Zen and Zazen class. This week I want to talk again about some sayings of Kodo Sawaki from this book, You Too. But before we start to talk, and as always you can also ask questions, I would like to invite you to sit for half an hour with me. So as always, first allow your body to swing left and right. That can help you to find your center or to lower your center. Usually from morning till night we live with our center in our head. But when we sit, we try to get grounded. And with your knees and your buttocks, you build kind of like the base of a pyramid, and then you allow your spine and your neck to stretch. You lower the eyes. You can also close the eyes if you want, but usually you keep them, the eyes half open. Lower them a little bit. Fold the hands, relax the shoulders. Allow your breath to go and then come again in a natural way. Usually when you settle down in the posture, especially the exhalation will get longer and deeper. But you don't have to force the breath. Just let it be as it is. And allow all things to be as they are. Don't cling to them. Don't try to empty your mind. But when things come, allow them to come, but don't jump on them. Don't ride with the thoughts. Don't allow the thoughts to take you far away. When you realize that you've been riding with thoughts and your mind is not here anymore, then just return to the breath or return your attention to the posture.
我们跟之前一样啊，还是前面30分钟做禅，然后后面呢讲公案。今天我们讲《出右》那本书，就是 Sawaki 老师的那本书。然后大家就是有问题也可以提啊，后面。
Thank you, everybody. Today I want to say a few things, or to read and say a few things about the sayings of Kodo Sawaki Roshi. Last time I stopped in the middle of page 10, so today I want to talk about the quotes on page 10, and then there's two on page 11.
我们今天还继续就是读那个泽木老师那本书，图玉，我们上次读了第10页的前面第一段，然后今天从中间那段开始读。
The first quote is everybody talks about reality, but there's nothing to it. They're actually just being misled by what they call reality.
这一段内容是我们每个人都在谈论现实性，真实的，但是其实真实的什么，其实这儿什么也没有，其实我们什么也，就是我们什么也对这个做不了，因为真实的事情或真实性，只是存在这儿，经常被我们叫成真实的那个东西，其实就是一个谬论，一个误解。
So the question is, well, what do we talk about when we say reality? When we say reality, we might think about society, we might think about the state of the planet and that there's a war going on in Ukraine. We might think about the climate crisis. We might think about our own life and that it's only a very small part of the history of mankind, and that our planet is actually just a very small part of the universe, and that humanity is almost like some mold covering the planet of the universe, and reality is so much bigger than our small lives here and now.
当我们想到或是提到真实性的时候呢，我们能想到什么呢？比如像这个宇宙，或是我们的人生，或者是其他的一些事情。但其实我们的人生只是时间长河，或者说我们人类历史上非常短暂的一个部分。然后我们说到真实性的时候，就好像宇宙上面这个世界蒙上了一层雾一样，你很难真正看清楚到底我们说的真实性到底是什么。
But actually, what we call reality is something that, well, maybe we learned it in school, maybe we learned it from books. It's something that we carry in our head. This idea there's a reality out there, and I'm also only just a small part of reality. It's a story, or sometimes I say it's like a map, or it's the game that I always talk about. But when we talk about this reality, what we forget is what you could also call reality, but in a different sense. What we forget is what is actually happening in this moment, in this precise moment.
我们是从哪儿来学到这个真实性、现实性这个词的呢？我们比如说，你是从学校学到这个词，或者是你看书的时候学到这个词，还是你头脑中想象的这个什么是现实和真实的？其实这些都是一部分，是不全面的。这就像是一个故事，你自己编的一个故事一样，或者是你在看一张地图，或者是我们之前总是在说的那个玩的那个游戏，我们总是忘了正在发生的眼前的这个真实的现实，就是我们现在正在发生的这个事情，而去关注我们头脑当中想象那个好像是真实的真实。
So when Sawaki Roshi says that we are just being misled, but by what we call reality, I think he means that we are carried away by this kind of story that we created about reality, and we forget the reality of the life we are living right now in this moment.
然后泽木老师他的这本书说，我们经常 是被我们所谓的真实而误解而迷惑。也就是说，我们经常被自己所编的那个故事，所迷惑、所误解。你认为你想的那个是现实，其实你忘了真正发生在现实当中的这个现实，在你生命当中的这个现实。
The next quote goes as follows: Some people, their whole life long, never find their own way in life.
然后下面一段是说，好多人或者一些人，他们整个生命在整个生命当中，从来没有找到他们自己在生命中的这个他们自己的方法，或者他们自己在生命中的这条路。
So I think what Sawaki Roshi is saying here, that some people spend their whole life playing a game without even realizing that they're playing a game, and they're collecting points, but they forget that at the end of the game they have to return all the points. Or sometimes it's even worse, we're not playing our own game, we are playing somebody else's game. We're happy being the pawn in somebody else's game, and we never take a break from the game. And as I always say, Zazen means to take that break from the game. You realize, I don't have to win that game, I don't have to play a pawn in somebody else's game.
我们经常就是在玩那个游戏，可是你不知道自己在玩那个游戏。我们就好像是在你积分一样，玩这个游戏积分一样，但是你却忘了，在这个游戏结束之后，你要把所有的分数都还给这个游戏当中。其实你什么也没有得到。或者是更糟的一种情况是什么呢？你其实没有在玩自己想要玩的那个游戏，你一直是在玩别的那个游戏，别人的那个游戏。我们总是忘了自己好像要得到什么，我们总是觉得自己要得到什么，却从来没有在这个游戏当中休息。那么坐禅其实就是让你从现实，从你在一直玩的这个游戏当中，休息一下。
The next quote is the last quote on page 10. It goes as follows: Wherever you look, there's nothing but you. There's nothing anywhere that isn't you.
然后我们最后这一个部分呢，讲的就是，不管你看哪儿，呃，周围或者是哪个地方，其实除了你以外什么也没有。然后这个不什么都没有的，在哪儿都没有你，只有你自己。
Sometimes people say to meditate means to focus on your inner self. And also some people, they close their eyes so that they're not distracted by the things outside. It helps them to concentrate on their true self. But I'm not quite sure if that's the right way to think about your true self, because in Zen you don't separate the world outside and the person who sees the world. So that's also the reason why usually we keep the eyes open. What you see out there, that's also you. The sounds that you hear, that's also part of you. You are basically the space that allows things to appear. You're the screen on which you see things. You're the space that allows sounds to hear. And of course also what we usually call the inside, everything that you feel in the body and the thoughts that arise in your mind. All that is part of the scenery that you can call yourself. So that's what Sawaki says: whatever you see, whatever you hear, whatever you feel, that's you. There's nothing that is not you.
这个老师就是泽木老师这句话什么意思呢？就是说，我们有些人认为坐禅呢，就是要找到你的内在自我，所以很多人在坐禅的时候把眼睛闭起来啊，就觉得好像你是在找自己。那你真的是闭上眼睛之后看到的那个，真的就是你自己吗？其实不是，因为我们在坐禅的时候，大部分的时候是睁着眼睛的，我们是不分内和外的。 因为你所看到的这个世界其实全是你想看到这个世界，你所看到的这个世界全是你所感觉这个世界也是你感觉的这个世界，所以其实没有外和内。你所看到的和你所感觉的这些全是你，因为这个世界上除了你以外，其实没有别人。
The next quote comes on page 11. Samadhi. Samadhi is a word that's often used in Zen or probably also in yoga. It can mean concentration, it can mean a state of oneness, being absorbed into something. And here Sawaki Roshi explains Samadhi means being yourself and only yourself. That's the mind that is naturally pure and clear. Only in Zazen can you be yourself and only yourself. Outside of Zazen, you constantly try to be better than the others or to have more fun than the others.
后面这一段啊，是讲到了那个samadhi三摩地，就是中文翻译成三摩地，或者是禅定，就是禅定这个境界呢，或者是三摩地这个境界呢，其实就是和你自己在一起，而且只有你自己。在这个境界里面呢，是非常是自然的一个纯净和干净的一个境界。只有在坐禅的时候，你才能可以和你自己在一起，和只有你自己的时候和你自己在一起。我们除了坐禅以外，很难持续的，就是继续的去，因为我们总是不断的，你总是不断的去和别人比较，或者是去和别人比较，有更多的乐趣，总是在互相比较。只有坐禅的时候，才是你和你自己在一起的时候。
So constantly trying to be better than the others or to have more fun than the others is what I call playing the game. So when we eat lunch, rather than just enjoying that lunch, we try to take the best picture possible and we load it up to Instagram and hope to get as much thumbs up as possible. Rather than just take a summer holiday and relax, we also take pictures of ourselves on the beach to collect points, to be liked by the others, to be better than the others. And of course, Zazen is not the only way to quit that game, but maybe Zazen is the easiest because right from the start we are told Zazen is good for nothing. And with many other things outside of Zazen, they're good for something. But because Zazen is good for nothing, it makes it easier to quit the game and just be ourselves, just be one with reality in this moment.
嗯，坐禅可能因为萨瓦提周奇说，那个坐禅是唯一的和就是你可以和你自己在一起的一个境界哈。其实幕后老师说，不，坐禅可能不是唯一的一个，但是坐禅一定是最简单的一个。因为我们在一开始上这个课的时候呢，老师就讲了，其实坐禅，不是为了什么，对吧？坐禅不是为了什么，然后可能别的事情，你可能很容易陷入那个就是玩那个游戏。比如说我们去吃饭的时候呢，你可能忘了好好的吃那顿饭，而去照相，而去照那个照片，然后放到网上，想要更多的点赞。或者是我们去旅游的时候，你可能忘了好好的享受你的旅程，然后去一直在照片，然后放到网上，也是希望大家能够看到你，即使现在也在旅游。可能坐禅不是唯一的一个，但是它一定是最简单的一个，因为坐禅不是为了什么，坐禅不是为了什么，只是让你停下来。
Okay, the last quote for today goes like this. Each one of us is born together with the world and dies together with the world. For everyone carries within himself his own entirely personal world.
然后我们今天分享的最后一段呢，就是我们每一个人其实是和你的这个世界一起出生的，又和你的这个世界一起死亡的。我们每个人都是在携带，你都是在你都是一直携带着你自己一直在你自己，你一直在你自己里面，然后你的这个世界其实是你整个特别个人的世界。
So of course, before we were born, there was this planet, there was the universe. Humanity existed long before we were born. And after we die, hopefully, humanity will continue to exist for a long time. The planet, the universe will continue to exist. But this reality is also part of, well, the story we tell ourselves. That's reality that we know about in our intellect. But the life in this moment, the world that we can actually see with our senses, the lunch that we can actually taste with our tongue, that is a reality that is only here because we live this day, we live right now. And if I hadn't been born, then the universe wouldn't be manifesting like this. If you hadn't been born, even if Muho and the rest of the people would join now for this Zoom class, it wouldn't have any reality for you. So only because you were born, this world actually has some real presence. And if you die, this world will disappear for you. So just as Sawaki Roshi says here, you are born together with the world and you will disappear together with the world.
就是在我们出生以前，这个宇宙就存在，但是我们死亡之后呢，这个宇宙也是存在的。但是我们认识的这个真实性呢，其实是我们学的，是你听说的，比如是老师告诉你的呀，或者你从书里看到的，是你学的一个真实性。但是其实你真正看到的呢，你所能看到的真实性是要通过自己的眼睛的，你可以尝到的东西的真实性是要通过自己的舌头的，这个才是。所以说，真实性呢，是你要自己真正活出来的一个真实性。虽然我们没有出生，我没有出生之前，那个宇宙虽然存在，但是你不可能，它不在你的真实性里面，不在你体验的这个真实性里面。包括我们死亡之后也是，就是我们死亡之后呢，这个世界也会随着你的这个世界而离去。所以它不在你所认识的这个真实性里面，所以这个真实性，这个现实性才是我们应该认识到的这个真实性。
Okay, we still have some time, so if you have questions, anything you want to share, please feel welcome. Joseph, please.
Hello. Presumably, though, something to bear in mind with that last quote about the world is born with me and dies with me is that from a Zen understanding, it may be created and die with you, but it's also created by everything outside. You know, my reality is also created by Muho and by Xuan and by everyone on this call and so on. Because it actually reminds me of a quote I saw from the philosopher Ayn Rand, you know, the Russian American woman who's like her thing was like rational selfishness. And she said something very similar in an interview where she said, well, it's not me who dies, it's the universe which dies. But I think in her case, the difference is that her was all inside her head. It was all about me and the ego and the self. I hope this makes some kind of sense because I know that quote I saw from her and my kind of like reaction and revulsion against it has always just been something on my mind recently. And so I just wanted to share that. I hope that made sense.
Yes, thank you.
刚才这个朋友他其实就分享了他一个观点啊，他就是说，我们虽然是和这个世界一起出生，这个世界一起死亡的，但是其实这个世界也不光是我们来建造，也是其他的一些人创造了这个世界。就是之前他看过一个书还是电影啊，之前有一个人的就有一个女的想法，就是说，我是永存的，我是不会死亡的，而是这个世界死去了。就是他也是另外一种观点，就是跟大家分享一下。
Anything else you want to ask or you want to share? Liat, please.
If I am relating to Joseph, what he said, I think this group is was already connected before the Zoom started, and will be connected afterwards. So I think the group is special, and it's great that we see each other and we meet. But we chose this group, and then this group will be with us when the Zoom is closed. So it's part of the reality of one moment in our life. And of course, each person of us will go to another world after the Zoom is closed. So I think we are connected all the time. This is how I see what Joseph, if I hope it's okay, Joseph, that I related, yes.
Thank you, thank you.
刚才这个朋友他其实就是往下延伸了一下，他说，那如果像刚才那个朋友说，那个如果这个世界不光是由我们哈，也是别人来创造，我是不会死亡的。那他说，那其实我们这个组织呢，就我们这个课，Zoom这个课呢，是在我们见面以前就连接到一起了。同样的，可能有一天我们这个课结束之后呢，我们还是在一起的。就是我们这个有这个机会呢，能看到跟大家见面，然后是你选择了这个课，选择这个Zoom这个课，所以我们在一起。其实它是我们就是在我们上课的时候，在我们见面的时候，它是我们生命当中一个真实的一个部分。但是我觉得这个课结束之后呢，我们其实还是在一起的，我们一直是联系在一块儿的。
Anything else? Any other opinions, questions? Aiko?
Hi.
Hi.
I hope my internet is stable enough. So I just have an interesting, how to call it, train of thought maybe. So reality is the movement of the universe that is happening right now in this moment. And we are, of course, we are connected in this moment, but not only in this group. I hope you can hear me well. Not only in this group, but with the whole universe. Everyone living at this moment is connected. The whole universe is one thing. It's all together. There is no separation. The separation is just the creation of the mind, the game, part of the game. And we are also connected. If we are all connected, that means we are also connected when we go to the toilet. That may be sounds a bit nasty, but it is. And it doesn't matter if you are the president of the United States or just a normal person. That's all I have to say today. Thank you.
Thank you. Ingo has raised his hand. Ingo, please.
Yes, hello everyone. I hope you can hear me. I also have a little bit problems with the internet connection, maybe. Yeah, I wanted to react a little bit to that what Eiko just said, and I think it's so this disconnection I see a lot is coming mostly from the things we assemble around us, right? So if you if you go to places, for instance, I'm on a campsite currently, the things that separate us are only the things that are around us, like, oh, this guy has this and that, this guy has this and that. So that's totally crazy, I think. And also maybe a comment to what you said before on taking pictures of the lunch and not enjoying the lunch. You can also see this a lot from the photos people are taking and the pressure that is creating on other people and also on you. And what I really appreciate a lot is that I can understand the game somehow, you know. So you can do Zazen when watching photos, you know. You can step back and say, oh, that's part of the game. It's nice to see these pictures and it's not affecting me, you know. I'm not looking for anything that is affecting me inside these pictures. And that's very relaxing is the wrong word, but it's releasing the pressure that is typically there in life to get points. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Any other questions? Any other comments? Anything you want to share? No? Well, thank you for joining. We will meet again next Monday. Thank you for hosting us, Xuan. And I hope you all will have a good week. And I will see you again next Monday. Have a good day. Have a good week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.